Grief creates a specific pattern of disruption in your brain that directly causes that debilitating mental fog you're experiencing. I know this firsthand because for the last 5 years, I've been studying the impacts of grief while navigating my own profound loss and the cognitive challenges that have come with it. So today I'm going to break down the 3 key ways grief physically alters your brain function so you can finally understand why you can't think clearly and what to do about it. If you've ever felt your brain spinning like you're overwhelmed with emotion or you can't remember anything these days, this quick video is for you. We will briefly talk about what grief actually does to the brain because it's not just emotional, it's neurological. So when we lose someone or something we love deeply, our brain and nervous system experience that as a threat to our survival and they respond accordingly, trying to protect us, sometimes in ways that feel confusing or frustrating. So let's break down a few of the most common brain responses. First, overthinking. This one is the most a common and sneaky symptom of grief. Your brain wants to solve the pain, so it loops. You might find yourself replaying conversations over and over. What if I had done this differently? Why did this happen? What do I do now? Well, it's your brain trying to regain some sort of sense of control in a time when everything feels out of control. But this mental spinning can be exhausting. You're not crazy. You're in survival mode. Your brain is searching for safety, often in the forms of answers it may never find. Next, emotional flooding. This is when emotions come in like a tidal wave. You might cry out of nowhere in the grocery store, or feel sudden rage at something small, or shut down completely and go numb. That's your nervous system working overtime. It's like the part of your brain that processes emotion is on high alert, while the part of your brain that regulates these emotions is taking a backseat. It's normal. It's uncomfortable. It's a survival response. And here's the thing, even numbness is a form of self-protection. If our feelings are too much to feel, our system may temporarily turn down the volume so that we can keep on functioning. That doesn't mean you're grieving. It means your body is wise. Next, we have grief fog. That's what I call it. Forgetfulness, losing track of time, reading the same email 3 times and still not knowing what it says, showing up late, forgetting where you parked. Yeah, this is frustrating because it can impact everyday life. But again, it's protective. When you're grieving, your brain has limited capacity, so it starts to filter out anything that isn't essential to our emotional survival. So remembering your to-do list or focusing for longer periods of time, not top priority. You're not lazy, you're not scattered, you're not losing your mind. You're grieving. And yes, so grief rewires our brain, but here's the good news: over time, with compassion, care, gentleness, support, or it can rewire itself again. So you won't always feel this foggy or overwhelmed or stuck. So let's talk about a couple of quick practices to interrupt our grief brain. Cold therapy and or sensory grounding. Let's start with those two. When our minds get stuck, we can help by coming back to the body. So take a cold washcloth and place it on the back of your neck, or hold an ice cube when we're feeling like we're ruminating or spiraling. It might sound strange, but that cold sensation activates your vagus nerve and helps bring you back to the moment. The grounding scan is name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. These are just quick ways to settle your nervous system when again, your mind feels like it's spiraling. Another thing to do, reframing grief thoughts. Boy, the stories we tell ourselves, right? Grief often brings in some real harsh thoughts. I should be over this by now. I'm too emotional. I should be stronger for my family, or even worse. But what if we gently shifted these thoughts? I'm grieving and there's no timeline. My emotions are valid and human. I'm doing the best I can with something incredibly hard. Self-compassion is a practice, my friends, and it's a brave one. Lastly, finding meaning in loss. When your mind is so tired from all the racing and ruminating, and your heart is heavy, meaning can be an anchor. This doesn't mean you have to be grateful for your loss or you have to find a lesson in the loss, but meaning might look like lighting a candle, wearing their favorite sweatshirt, sharing a favorite recipe, living a value that they held dear. These small rituals just remind us that the love doesn't disappear, it shifts. So here's one question I invite you to sit with today. What's one thought or belief about grief you'd like to shift? Maybe write it down, maybe whisper it to yourself, but know that you're allowed to change the way you carry this. As we close today, I want you to imagine your mind like a room. And today you opened a window, let some fresh air in, some of that spring fresh air. You don't have to clean the whole space. Just breathe and just be. I'm proud of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take good care.